You often seen these types of people around you, wearing hijab, kippah, covering their head and body according to their religious beliefs. What is this, and why they look different from rest of us? Actually, we live in global, multicultural world today, where people have freedom, so they dress up according to their religion. The religious attires are different, but the purpose is same. So, in today's video, we will talk about religious clothing in Abrahamic faiths, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, which reflects the deep value of modesty, devotion, and identity. Let's talk about Judaism. First, Jewish people wears kippah or yarmulke. It's like a skull cap, usually made of fabric. Actually, the word kippah means dome. It was originally worn by Jewish males to meet the customary obligation of covering the head. It is the most prevalent style of head covering worn by men in Orthodox Jewish communities during prayers, as well as by the majority of Orthodox Jewish males in general. Some non-Orthodox Jews wear them all the time, whereas the majority only wear them at prayer, synagogue attendance, or other rituals, and some wear them infrequently or never. In non-Orthodox groups, some women wear kippot, and there are many rules concerning when to wear a kippah. Along with kippah, Jewish people also wears talit, which is a prayer shawl, and also a small black leather boxes containing Torah verses strapped on the arm and forehead during weekday morning prayers, which is called tefillin. Now for women, in Orthodox Judaism, women are expected to dress modestly, covering the arms, legs, and often collarbone. Head coverings is must especially for married women, so they use tikkun, a headscarf, a hat, or some kind of beret to cover women's natural hair. Now, Christianity lacks a unique religious garment, such as the hijab or kippah, although modesty in attire has traditionally been encouraged, particularly among conservative or traditional faiths. Some Christian women cover their heads during worship, motivated by scripture such as 1 Corinthians 11. God not only wants us to put on clothes, but clothes that would properly cover our nakedness, i.e. from our shoulder to below our thighs. These verses plainly teach that both men and women should never go in public unless they are covered this way. But when it comes to popes, nuns, or clergy, they have a certain attire for religious rituals and prayers. For example, a long cloak known as cassock, usually worn by clergy, chasuble worn during the Mass. Nuns and monks wear habits, which are simple robes that symbolize humility, devotion, and renunciation of worldly fashion. But in Islam, religious clothing serves the purpose of modesty, identity, and spiritual consciousness. While styles may vary by culture, the core principles come from Islamic teachings found in the Quran and Hadith. According to Islam, men must cover from their belly buttons to their knees, but opinions vary on whether this involves covering the navel and knees or just what is between them. Women have always been encouraged to cover most of their bodies, with the exception of their hands and faces. There is not specific dress code, but the Quran offers guiding principles thought to have emanated from God, whereas the body of Hadith depicts a human role model credited to the Islamic prophet Muhammad. But there are some certain type of rules and regulations mentioned in Islamic teachings for women, in which hijab is compulsory. Hijab is the head scarf that covers hair and neck, and it is recognized as the symbol of Islamic modesty, just like Judaism, in which only married women requires to wear headscarf. But in Islam, hijab is must for both married or unmarried women. Muslim women also wears abaya, a long, loose-fitted black cloak, just to hide their body. Islam preaches women to hide their body figures from men. Styles of religious clothing can vary based on culture, region, and personal interpretation, but the goal remains the same: to maintain modesty, dignity, and obedience to God, Allah. Decent clothing, head covering, and modest dressing is must in all three Abrahamic faiths.